One undrafted free agent is getting a lot of buzz from the Vikings beat, and we need to pump the brakes. Minnesota Vikings have done a really good job throughout the entirety of the Kwesi Adofo-Mensah era, bringing in undrafted free agents and having them make an impact on a game-to-game basis during the regular season. So far, Minnesota Vikings have kept 8 undrafted free agents on the initial 53-man roster, and those players have stayed on the roster, including Ivan Pace Jr., who's currently a starter at linebacker. There's one UDFA that's been getting a lot of buzz, and it's for reasons not necessarily linked to playing offense or defense. That is wide receiver Silas Bolden out of the University of Texas. Now, if you had followed his career, he started at Oregon State and was a really dynamic weapon for them, goes to Texas, kind of takes a little bit of a backseat as a wide receiver, but thrives as a punt returner. And one of the ways he did so was returning a punt against Arizona State in the national quarterfinal. And that was a big deal and a momentum swinging play. And that's kind of why the Vikings end up bringing him in. They wanted a guy who could be a really good punt returner. But there's a little bit of a problem. Is that punt return ability going to translate to the NFL? I have my serious doubts. When you look at his relative athletic score, 2.69 out of a possible 10, 26.9th percentile athlete. And when you look at it, it's not pretty. At the combine, 5'7.5" and 162 pounds, 3.8th percentile height, 2.6 percentile weight. Those are brutal. Plus, the agility scores are bad. 28.5th percentile in the short shuttle and 20.7th percentile in the 3-cone. And when you go to the 10-yard split, it's only 39.5th percentile. 40-yard dash is okay, 4.53. That's 67.4th percentile. But the explosion metrics are 68.6th percentile with the broad jump at 10 foot 2 inches. And the vertical is 50.4th percentile at 34 inches. We're not talking about this dynamic athlete. And when you are that small, you better be a dynamic athlete. Like, this is where Darren Sproles was able to thrive, because not only was he small, but he was built. He was a brick house, nearly 200 pounds, and he had the quickness and speed to be able to do things in the open field. I have real concerns that Silas Bolden's not going to be able to do that in the National Football League. Now, the Vikings have never shied away from taking a guy who is very small. Jordan Addison, Mekhi Blackman, Ivan Pace Jr., Dwight McGlothern, Samaya Vaughn, and Bolden is the next one. But we're talking about a punt returner. Are you going to want to keep this guy in just to be a punt returner? Because he's probably never going to be able to contribute on offense. He is too small, and with that size, does not come elite athleticism. Even though the beat seems to be really excited about him from what they've seen during minicamp and training camp practices, I have my doubts that those minicamp and not training camp, but rookie camp practices are not going to translate the same once you get the real big boys on the field, and he's got to do it in game situations. It's a different world. Better pump the brakes on Bolden. The profile is just not there. I'm Tyler Forness with A to Z Sports. Skol Vikings.